Hi everybody, it's Julianne Lee from Adored Beast Apothecary, and in part one of this video on allergies, skin disease, or autoimmune, we just touched quickly on the subject of does it really matter if you're going to take more of a holistic approach. And for those of you that have decided that that's what they want to do rather than being solely attached to the diagnosis or the label of what's wrong with your animal, I want to just quickly now talk about approaches that you can take in order to make sure that you're looking at the whole approach. So when you're struggling with skin disease or allergies or autoimmune diseases that are manifesting like skin disease, what you want to do is diet. The next thing you want to do is making sure that you are supporting the portal system or detoxifying the body of insults that the animal probably had, whether that's vaccine or drug induced. Whether or not you want to look at the possibility of doing this yourself or actually going to your veterinarian and working with a holistic vet to do that. You're going to be looking at gut health. You're going to be looking at all different things in order to create a healthier body. So the first thing that we want to look at is if you have a feeling that it's vaccine induced. And I can tell you right now that any animal that's been vaccinated under 8 weeks of age and even never since then, or has been having repeated vaccines, that it has probably contributed to your animal's skin problems in some way, shape, or form. And I will be doing a vaccine video and we'll discuss how that happens more in that video. But you're going to want to try and find something or do something that will help to alleviate something called a vaccinosis. And then you'll want to only do titer tests from here on in, whether that's whether you do decide to do a titer test or whether you decide not to vaccinate at all because your dog is past the age of being susceptible to certain vaccines, or whether you just feel in your heart that they don't need it anymore. That's going to have to be a personal decision that you're going to make. So you want to start off with that. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your dog is getting nutrition, or your cat is getting the proper nutrition. And in my opinion, a whole food, prey balanced, species specific diet of raw food and balanced with the proper amounts of organs, the proper amounts of muscle meat, the proper amounts of bone, and then a whole food multivitamin mineral to make sure that there's an overall balance. And there'll be a video about that as well. But in general, that's what the steps we're going to be taking, right? So we're going to be taking to do something about the vaccines, making sure that they get whole food nutrition that can help to fight free radicals, that can help to balance the amino acids which support the glands that help to that are compromised or are trying to compensate for the lack of sex hormones, to give the body the nutrition that it actually needs to be able to heal. So you're going to be giving that awesome nutrition, but is it actually going to be absorbed? So the next thing that you're going to be looking at is supplements and supportive herbs and pre and probiotics to make sure that gut, which is the foundation of everything, is completely as healthy as you possibly can make it. And we will talk in a different video about pre and probiotics. But you want to be making sure that the pre and probiotics that you're using are quality pre and probiotics, so that it's getting rid of things like dysbiosis and helping the body to create a healthy gut flora to fight bad bacteria, to increase the immunity but not overdo the immunity. So in autoimmune diseases, that's why they give steroids. They're giving steroids to suppress the immune system. But then you get secondary bacterial infections that then they have to go on antibiotics, which then destroys all the natural good bacteria in the gut. And your dog or your cat goes on this terrible wheel of I call it drug pathology. So, which means that it didn't start off as an organic disease. It actually has been created by one drug doing one thing, then another drug having to be given because of that, and then you get this layering effect. And that's why so often nothing works, is because no one's addressing the underlying core value of how that body can heal. So we're going to do something with vaccines. We're going to do a really good diet. We're going to do supplements and pre and probiotics to support the gut. And then we're going to look at things like endorphins and hormones, which are radically important to skin disease because of cortisol levels. And that entails things like boredom, lack of exercise, getting your dog out, getting him chewing on bones to stimulate endorphins, to making sure that his life has lots of stimulation, so that he's not just focused on itching and not just focused on his diseases. And neither are you. You're developing a much healthier lifestyle in general in order to support the dog's overall health.